to a special edition of MCW Rage TV. Folks, I am Mark Bray. Alongside me, as always, my broadcast colleague, Dwayne Gilbert. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the heels of MCW Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup 11, and what an event it was.
Wow, Mark, man, I'll tell you one thing, people. The electricity was crazy in that building that night. I've been to all 11 Shane Shamrock Memorial Cups, and this one by far reigns supreme over all.
Folks, we had all kinds of matches. We had title matches, we had tag team matches, we had a 20-man battle royal. But the real big story was the Cup itself. Let's talk a little bit about those first qualifying matches. Of course, in the first qualifying match, you had guys from all over the country. Couple guys from down south, couple guys from up north. Alex Colon, Judas Young from New Jersey, Corey Hollis. Those three guys put on a heck of a match.
Wow, man, it was crazy. But, you know, in the end, I do got to say, Alex Colon just showed so much better than everybody else, you know, why he was here and why we brought him up.
Well, let's take a look at some of that action.
Boom, man. Look at this Corey Hollis taking it to him.
And of course, Corey Hollis coming from the south, from Alabama.
Oh!
That tells you right there how important this tournament is. You got guys from all over the world and all over the country coming to compete in the Shane Shamrock Cup.
Blocked it twice, did Judas Young. He's got him up there. He's got him up there. Oh, look at this. Oh, my God.
And it looks like...
Whoa, he got both up, man. Corey Hollis just put one on him like no tomorrow.
And Corey Hollis takes down Judas Young and Alex Colon right off the bat.
Oh, big chop. Boom, powered up with a forearm. Oh, man. Oh. Well, that'll put him down for a while.
Well, now Judas Young seems to think that the best thing for him to do is roll out to the outside. I would have to say that so far, Corey Hollis is in control of this matchup. And look at that, just as I say it, the tables turn. And wow!
Oh.
And some high flying on the part of Alex Colon, and catches Judas Young, and of course MCW official Tanya starting the mandatory 10 count, and Colon is able to get inside. It looks like he's going to capitalize and try and go for a pin here.
Ooh,
and he's only able to get a 2 count.
Judas Young hasn't been able to get back into the ring yet.
And I got to tell you, I'm actually surprised that Alex Colon would actually use such a dangerous maneuver like that in a qualifying match. I mean, if he gets past this matchup, he's still got to compete later tonight.
Oh, what a drop kick. Judas Young just took his head off.
And you can't turn your back, not even for a second, as Corey Hollis comes right back in. An Irish whip.
Oh,
and he's going to go for a pin.
No. Oh.
But Alex Colon able to come and break it up, and now he's going to try his hand at a pin. So much action right here from the word go in this year's Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup.
Oh, well, so much for the friendship there.
And a series of maneuvers back and forth in the center of the ring.
He slapped it.
And Colon goes down, and now he goes into the turnbuckle. Now it looks like he's going to turn his attention. You know what, Dwayne? I don't even know. These guys are all over the place.
Everywhere, man. Look at this. Oh, double knee to the back. Oh, but then he tried to get him and got him with a boot to the face, Corey.
Now Corey Hollis is going up top. He's on the second rope. Oh, wow.
Folks, if you want to see the rest of that match, it's going to be on the Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup DVD. It's a 3-disc set brought to you by POD Productions. Look for that very soon. Now let's move on to that second matchup, Dwayne.
That match there was by far one of the best qualifiers of all of them.
Absolutely. You had Kyle Matthews from Atlanta, Georgia, Nathan Crown and Vordell Walker. And let's talk a little bit about Nathan Crown and Vordell Walker. We've seen them in MCW before.
Oh, yes, we have. Yes, we have. This guy, Vordell Walker, he impresses me every time. He gets better every time. Just from the last time, I think he lost about 15, 20 pounds there, man. He looks really good.
He definitely leaned up for this matchup. And folks, a couple of months ago, or I would say earlier this year, Vordell Walker and Nathan Crown both made their MCW debuts. And both of these guys have a very old school style to their in-the-ring stuff. Something that you are quite familiar with.
I'm telling you. Are you trying to say something?
No, I'm not trying to say
style, huh?
It's more of a respect
Folks, I
thing.
think he meant that one, don't you?
I think it's more of a respect thing.
Okay, all right, we'll go ahead. But yes, the Southern style is more old school. It's more methodical. It's more bring the crowd into it.
Absolutely, and of course, Vordell Walker from Savannah, Georgia, Nathan Crown from the Gulf Shores of Alabama. All these guys in this matchup representing NWA, the Southern territories, and that in itself shows you something when these guys come from up down south to be a part of an event like the Shamrock Cup.
I mean, Mark, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we were represented by 9 different states, people coming here to be in the Cup.
And that itself says something. Well, folks, we're going to take you to some of the action from the second qualifying match from the Shamrock Cup. And that's coming up right now.
Folks, you got all power, and plus you got skill in this matchup as well, Dwayne.
Oh yeah, these guys can fly. I'll tell you that now, man. They can really, really fly. It's unbelievable.
And Vordell Walker off to a start, but just like that, Kyle Matthews. And wow.
Yeah, that shut you up, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Inverted suplex there. And Walker goes for the pin, but it's broken up. Now, Vordell Walker and Nathan Crown made their MCW debuts back in March, and I remember you and I both calling that match and being incredibly impressed by the way these guys are very old school in their style.
That's true, too. It's old Southern style there, man. It's a pleasure to watch them guys work.
And Crown goes for a pin, but it's broken up by Matthews. Matthews going to try his hand at a pin. And it's only a 2 count. As referee Kevin X did not reach the mat.
How often do you see that? Pins like this, one after the other, after the other, after the other.
It's like I got to say that Nathan Crown reminds me a bit of a young Dean Malenko.
Man of 1,000 holds.
Now Vordell Walker trying to capitalize here. Goes for another suplex.
Oh my God, dumped him right on his head. He's done. No, he's getting up.
And Nathan Crown showing a bit of resilience. Vordell Walker with a killer clothesline.
Oh!
Hold on a second. Kyle Matthews has something to say there.
He got right in there, didn't he?
I don't know if this is a good idea for Matthews. I don't know much about him, but chopping someone like Vordell Walker in the chest is probably not the best course of action. I don't know. I'm not a wrestler, Dwayne.
Oh, no. That isn't the best course of action because Vordell Walker's with that kickboxing style. He's so used to it. You know what I mean?
But you got to give Matthews some credit. He just kept coming back. And once again, the pinfall is broken up by Nathan Crown.
Now, see, he's doing it right. Lay a forearm to his head, knock him silly.
Trying to go for the suplex, but I don't think Vordell Walker is going to let that happen.
Oh,
and a
he
little
got
reversal.
He's
behind him.
Another reversal.
He's going to roll him up.
Oh!
And a boot to the face, and now Kyle Matthews is going to try and go for it.
Oh, that was close. I guess old Kyle Matthews figured the chops didn't work, so I'll just kick him in his head.
And a little bit of a leapfrog. But to see that, Nathan Crown, even though Vordell Walker was predisposed on the outside of the ring, he still saw him trying to make an entrance back in, and he went for the feet. And I don't know if this is going to work out in his favor because it looks like now Vordell Walker's in, and just like that, Kyle Matthews goes through that bottom rope.
He ducked under a clothesline.
And Crown is been crowned.
Yes, he has.
Matthews up on the top rope. Vordell Walker, easy pickings. Vordell Walker now on his back.
Whoa.
If Kyle Matthews can capitalize on this, this is his match to win. Wow, Dwayne, what a match. What a match. I mean, all kinds of old school moves, all kinds of deep arm drags, kind of stuff that you would think you were watching Rick Steamboat, actually.
And like I said, man, the talent and all of Vordell Walker, he reigns supreme. He qualifies. That's 2 awesome names in the cup already.
Absolutely. Well, folks, we're going to get to more of that action when we come back.
What's up? This is Kirby Mack, one half of Team Action, and you're watching Rage TV. Guaranteed satisfaction.
Yo, son.
Yo, son.
Fed Up is in the house once again. You know what I'm saying? My boy G-Fed.
Oh, man, C Fizzle.
Yo, what I want to talk about right now,
that, son?
if you're getting tired of sitting in the audience and you want to jump in the ring, come to the place where the pros train. Gilbert's Pro Wrestling Academy, son. You know what I'm saying? Give my man Gilbert a call. 410-969-8077. Ha! Yay, son.
Oh, what a pleasure indeed it was to return to Baltimore, to return to Maryland, and experience Maryland Championship Wrestling, MCW. There ain't no better around, believe you me.
Hello, wrestling fans. Welcome back to this very special edition of MCW Rage TV. Once again, Mark Bray along with Dwayne Gilbert.
You know it, baby. You know it.
Folks, this is the Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup 11 special. We're going over all the matches, giving you little bit and pieces of what you missed if you weren't in the green room recently at this cup. Folks, it was crazy. A capacity crowd in the green room.
You missed it. You definitely missed it if you didn't see the cup this year. Wow,
And
what
folks,
a show.
Again, if you missed it, we're going to give you a little recap of everything, just in case you missed some of that action. Let's get back to what we were talking about before. Let's talk a little bit about the qualifying match. The third qualifying match, again, another spectacular match.
Oh, yeah, another
You had-
triple threat, too.
You had the Havana Pitbull, Ricky Reyes. You had Mike Posey, another fella from down south, the NWA Georgia. And Aiden Chambers. Aiden Chambers representing Team Taz, one of the biggest up-and-coming young superstars in the Northern Territories.
And,
for
of course, you
professional
say
wrestling.
Taz's name, you know, it's synonymous in itself. You
That
know what
definitely
I mean?
says
You know
something.
the guy's going to be unbelievable.
Absolutely, and this match pulled out, like the others, pulled out all the stops. High flying, lots of great moves, lots of old school stuff mixed with high flying stuff. It was great. Let's take a look at some of that action right now.
Ooh.
Ricky Reyes has competed all over the world. And that has brought him right here to the Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup. Aiden Chambers up against the ropes. Reyes up top.
Whoa, what a deep, deep, deep arm drag here.
And a series of arm drags by Aiden Chambers, who's representing Team Taz tonight. So you know this guy's got tons of experience in his corner.
Oh, yeah. You know that.
And Mike Posey seems to see an opening, and he slithers under the bottom rope, and then breaks up the pin, goes on to the outside. And you know what? That might not be a bad move. Let the two guys break them out, only come in when you need to break up a pin, and let the match unfold in front of you while you stay fresh.
Ooh, Aiden Chambers took a big knee to the belly.
And the Havana Pitbull in charge. And hold on a second. Mike Posey pulls Reyes out. Reyes' ribs go up hard against the apron.
Whoa!
And Chambers
Whoa!
over the top rope.
Did you see that flip? See, moves like that take it out of both of you, so.
Incredible move over the top rope by Aiden Chambers.
What'd I tell you about this talent, man? It's unbelievable. Look, he looks like he hurt his knee. See him limping?
And that move might have cost Aiden Chambers, because as my colleague just pointed out, he seems to be favoring his knee now. As Mike Posey now working on Aiden Chambers. Posey back up into the ring. Of course, Mike Posey, another young competitor from the NWA Georgia region. Again, as we said, the South is well represented in this year's tournament.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But I think Aiden Chambers has kind of put himself out of the match here. I told you those moves hurt both of you.
That's one of the problems when you're a high flyer and a high risk taker. It's just that. It's a high risk. And if you can hurt yourself just as badly as you can hurt your competitor, you've got to be very, very careful. Here comes a pinfall. And Ricky Reyes only able to score a 2 count as Mike Posey was able to kick out.
He also kicked him in the head.
Reyes trying to get him up. Set him up for a monster suplex. Saw that blood rushing to the head of Posey. How many times have you been on the receiving end of one of those?
Oh, too many times. Too many times.
And how many times did you give it?
A lot. Oh, he drove him right on his head.
A
Brain
lot.
buster.
You heard it here first, folks. A lot.
Oh,
Here comes the
too
pin.
many.
Wow, man. Wow. What'd I tell you?
Another great match.
Did you see that dive out of the ring now?
Absolutely. Aiden Chambers with a very high-risk maneuver, and of course, they don't call it high risk for nothing.
That's for sure.
We want to wish Aiden Chambers the best recovery on his injury, and I know he'll be back. The doctors say he's going to have a full recovery.
I hope so, brother. I hope so. You're a hell of a talent. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, of course, in that matchup, Ricky Reyes was the one to move forward into the finals of the Cup, but we'll get into that a little bit later. But hey, man, let's talk again. Let's move on to the 5th and final Cup qualifying matchup.
All right, let's do that. The one with Josh Daniels, Oliver Grimsley, and Alexander James. Now, buddy, just to have any of them in the ring at one time is awesome, but all three of those, whoo-hoo. And of course, you know, Alexander James, for the longest time, was the protege
Absolutely.
of Josh Daniels until he joined the Winner's
Circle organization, not taking anything away from some of the other qualifying matches. Personally, I was excited to see this one because I was very curious, like a lot of MCW fans, how Josh Daniels and Alexander James would interact in the ring. And of course, with those two guys with their past, and having a guy like Oliver Grimsley from the darkest end of the midway, you got to understand that this was a match that was unpredictable, to say the least.
Oh man, I'm telling you what, but God, was it action-packed.
Absolutely.
Woo!
And of course, Josh Daniels being the only previous Cup winner in this tournament this year. He was the 2007 winner of the Shane
gives
Shamrock
him a
Memorial
little
Cup.
edge.
Little
Gives
bit of
him a
edge
little
and
edge.
intensity. This match, again, was another great match. We're going to take a couple look at some of those highlights right now.
And look at this. Alexander James, once again, just doing what Josh Daniels wants him to do. And Oliver Grimsley goes for a Hurricane Rana. James to the outside, and now it's Daniels and Grimsley. Daniels against the ropes, and a beautiful drop kick by Oliver Grimsley, followed by a second one.
There he is. I told you I like this guy, man. He ain't got all his marbles, but damn, he's good. Oh!
Oliver Grimsley knows how to move. He's been trained by some of the best.
Oh, there you go.
A student of the Dudleys.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was trained by some of the best. Yes.
And now Alexander James and Josh Daniels going to go on a little double team action against Oliver Grimsley of the Dark Carnival.
And let me tell you, nobody delivers punishment like Josh Daniels.
And if you look at Josh Daniels, he seems to just be directing traffic in this matchup.
But it's not working.
I mean, as you mentioned, all of Alexander James is now a part of the winner's circle with Dr. Anthony Daniels, but it seems to me that he still has some sort of affection for Josh Daniels, because it looks like Josh is saying jump and Alexander James is saying how high. And that might just be it. Looks like Alexander James has bad enough of Josh Daniels. Not like Josh Daniels to make that kind of a mistake, as it looks like Alexander James has had about enough. He's going to go for a pin, but he's unable to. As Daniels, the veteran, able to kick out.
He should know he ain't going to get him that easy. Oh!
Killer clothesline from the youngster on Josh Daniels, the veteran. Of course, Josh Daniels been in this business for a long time, over a decade. And of course, he is the 2007 Shamrock Tournament winner.
Uh-oh, James, I got a feeling you're going to pay for this now. Ah, I told you.
Josh Daniels known for the slaps that he can produce.
He loves handing out punishment.
You know when someone's been in a match with Josh Daniels, because the next day you'll see him walking down the street with a crimson red chest.
Or purple. Oh, look at that.
And Josh Daniels, with a grin on his face, you know he's enjoying every bit of this, being the cerebral psycho that he is. And Alexander James able to somehow, some way get out of it. Now a series of right forearms to the face of Daniels. And Oliver Grimsley seems to be just kind of biding his time there on the far side of the ring.
I don't think he can actually get up, man, right now. He took
It looks like he's just waiting for an opening, and it looks like he just found it right here.
Boom!
Beautiful aerial maneuver. Oliver Grimsley now with some offense of his own. Oh, tries to go for a 619, unable to get it.
Well, Dwayne, that matchup right there showed why Josh Daniels is who he is, and one of the toughest guys out of New York, toughest guys, 10-year veteran in this business, and it showed in that matchup.
Hey, I'll tell you what, it makes me glad that I'm like 99.9% retired. Have chops, good God almighty, man, just rip your chest right off. Josh Daniels, thank God I don't have to wrestle you.
Josh Daniels has a certain look in his eye that, you know, even when you're back in the locker room with him, and I've known this from experience, just trying to interview him, get a couple words with him, you know, even off the record, even when the cameras are turned off, man, the guy gives you chills up your spine. He's pure intensity, but like you said, he's a little out there. And
Yeah,
please,
little?
Mr. Daniels, no disrespect meant on that. Well, there you go. There's the qualifying matches, and when we come back, we're going to take a look.
So what you're saying is, right now, the way we're set is, we got what? Alex Colon, we got Vordell Walker, we got Ricky Reyes, we got Josh Daniels, I know Sammy Callahan, and
Kirby Mack.
And Kirby Mack.
Kirby Mack, and we'll talk a little bit about that later on. But first, when we come back, we're going to talk about some of those title matches that were up for grabs. Some of the titles at this year's Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup 11. Don't go away.
Don't even.
Hey now, how you mama them? I'm Hoss Haygood. I'm one part of Country Strong, newest tag team on the block here in MCW. And you watching the show that all good country people watch, Rage TV.
This is Nui Tofiga, and you're watching Rage TV.
This is Ronnie Zuko, the Rage TV champion with Jessica, and you're watching Rage TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rage TV. This is the Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup 11 special, recap special, that is.
That is, brother.
Folks, we're going to move right into the title matches. First title up for grabs on the Shamrock Cup was for the TV, the MCW Rage TV title, and that was a match in itself.
Oh, yes it was. Yes it was. You know, I'll be honest with you. It kind of sucked to me the way it ended, but it was good.
Yes, it was.
It
Of
was
course,
great.
We're talking about the reigning MCW Rage TV champion, Ronnie Zuko, taking on his #1 contender, the Samoan Tsunami, Nui Tofiga. And folks, if you've been watching and keeping up with Rage TV, you'll see that this has been a story that's been kind of building up and building momentum in recent weeks. You had the issue with the fake injury by Jesse K, which had many people fooled, including yours
Did
truly.
a little makeup job on Nui.
And that did not set well. And of course, Nui Tofiga running through 2 opponents at a time to get to that title shot.
Every week. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Every single week.
Every week.
Every single week. And it all came to a head at the Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup 11. Let's take a look at how it all went down.
Well, Nui's been beaten up 2, and he's got to beat 2 tonight, that's for sure, you know, with Jesse K on the outside.
Absolutely.
And a beautiful drop kick by Nui Tofiga.
Nui Tofiga been walking through opponents on Rage TV, and Zuko.
Oh, he
Zuko
ain't
says,
so tough now, is he?
And Zuko says no way, and there's Jessie K putting her nose where it doesn't belong. And of course, we remember what happened on Rage TV a couple of weeks ago when Jessie K had, some people, including myself, fooled that Ronnie Zuko had been, you know, maybe not being so nice. And hold on a second, Ronnie Zuko behind.
Oh!
And a monster clothesline by the Samoan Tsunami. You knew he
Didn't
wasn't
work
going to
that
fall for
time.
that again.
Didn't work that time.
There's a headbutt. And Zuko goes against the ropes.
Oh,
And
big
Zuko
shot.
finds the bottom of the mat. Now, as I was saying, of all people, myself included,
what a
Nui
headbutt.
Tofiga was tricked by Jessie K. Here comes a pinfall.
Oh,
Unable to get it. Was tricked by Jessie K and Zuko with that disgusting display
that's
where
ridiculous.
Jessie K had the makeup on her face. And you better believe that just
Listen to this crowd.
did nothing but anger.
Oh, no, Nui missed.
Nui Tofiga.
Oh, I think that kick was a little low there, brother.
And this capacity crowd in the green room, fully in the corner of the Samoan Tsunami, Nui Tofiga.
Capacity, look around, baby. That's standing room only. Oh, what a power slam by Nui. Oh, you got to give it to Ronnie Zuko, though. To kick out of that.
Well, make no mistake about it, Ronnie Zuko is the champion, and he is a tough guy.
That would have killed me, man.
Learned how to fight on the streets of East Baltimore, fighting for fun. Wrestling seemed to be the next
look,
logical
Jessie
step
K,
for him.
look at her.
And Jessie K grabbing the leg of Nui Tofiga. The ref did not see
Oh!
it. A kick to the face of Nui Tofiga. And you got to think that Candy on ringside is a little disgusted. She saw it, but there's nothing she can do about it, considering that she's tied, once again, to the ring post.
I told you he had to fight 2 people again tonight, didn't I? With Jesse K out there, I tell you that I can't say it. I'd lose my job here at MCW if I told you what I thought about her.
I got to tell you, I think you might dislike her almost as much as you dislike J.P. Callahan.
Well, who taught her?
Exactly. Nui Tafiga kind of on the losing end right now of a barrage from Ronnie Zuko. Ronnie Zuko has just had a bad attitude over the last year.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, that ain't happening, Zuko.
And Zuko
Boom! I'll tell you what, man. That big Samoan's taking it to him, baby. Taking it to him.
Absolutely. I've never seen a maneuver like that done off the top ropes before, but I will say this. How that all went down in the end, you got to think that Ronnie Zuko just got lucky. I don't know if he would have been able to do it on his own. He had Jesse K at ringside to be a distraction. Then you had the outside interference there by a certain former five-time MCW champion, and the return of a certain someone was also
oh yeah, that was awesome. I loved it. Stink faces away, everybody. Stink faces away.
Absolutely. I think that Candy and Cole Calloway make, as they say in the movies, the beginning of a beautiful relationship.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But knowing Ronnie Zuko, I think the big guy was planned.
You think so?
I think he was sitting there just in case a moment like what was happening. Knew he was about to take that title.
Well, there you have it, folks. Ronnie Zuko victorious. He retains the MCW Rage TV Championship. You got Alex Colon, Vordell Walker, Ricky Reyes, and Josh Daniels, Kirby Mack, and Sami Callahan in the finals of the Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup. Stay tuned for next week's show when we talk about the rest of the title matches and the MCW Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup 11 final, and you'll see who hoisted up the cup.
And the big battle royal.
That's right.
To find out who goes against the winner, let's say, of the Rage TV title, which was Ronnie Zuko. He has an opponent now I don't think he's going to be able to run fast enough from.
Well, you heard it.
Let's see what happens.
Well, you heard it from Dwayne Gilbert himself. Folks, don't forget, every week, all of MCW superstars are in action on this program, Rage TV. We will see you next week. For Mark Bray, this is Dwayne Gilbert. We'll see you next time.
MCW, we are Maryland Wrestling.